liked. What's the time on the clock? 44. Arsenal beat Leicester. So yeah, man, I don't need to tell you. Look, I don't need to tell you. Look, the obvious. We're chasing 2 wins from two. Leicester dropped points from a winning position last weekend. They're not going to be happy. They're going through a transitional phase. Again, they've been dealt a shorthand in terms of the transfer market. There's rumors around players going. I'm sure Brendan Rodgers would have loved to bring players in. We did the double over them last year. We need to do it again. I don't think they have the best of away games. Like we was watching a video away form. Like, I think we was watching a stream earlier on Twitch, and where is it? I think Lee Chappie, who's a Leicester fan, he said they've got one clean sheet in the last 26 away from home. Obviously, they're playing their third choice keeper. They're struggling in terms of a spine. They dropped points from winning positions. They conceded 2 goals. We're at home. The crowd for many reasons are optimistic. Play on the crowd. Play on the same way when we go away from home. People play on the 12th man. Play and the 12th man helped us against City beyond the obvious. Play on that. Put the game to bed. They've got Amati. I want to see you pulling over to his side. I want to see movement. I want to see you stretching that team. I need to see us win that midfield battle because one thing that is going right, Maddison started off that game against Brentford well, as did Telemans, who's going to want to play well. Dewsbury Hall has shown that he can be a threat as well. Lock that down. Lock that down. Get Gabriel Jesus his first goal. It's as simple as that. Make it 2 wins from 2 again. There are going to be hiccups and loss of form and these things, but the minute you win games you're supposed to, you give yourself a fair ground to fall on. When you look at the statistics, Arsenal have won their last 3 Premier League games against Leicester. That needs to continue. We've scored 7 goals and conceded just 1. We need to score more and concede exactly 1. My thing would be 3-1 Arsenal, people. The Gunners last had 4 consecutive league victories over the Foxes between February 1999 and December 2000. Leicester have won just one of their last, 25 league matches against Arsenal away from home. They've lost 20 and drawn 4. They last won in 2020 of October of that year. The Foxes have lost more away top flight matches against the Gunners than any other side. Arsenal have lost 6 of their last 12 home games in August, drawing 2 and winning 4. Before this run, we won 15 of our previous 16, so pattern that up. Leicester have kept just 1 clean sheet in their last 26 Premier League games. The last time they did it was against Burnley in March. So it goes without saying what needs to happen, people. We beat Crystal Palace 2-0 from home. As I said, let's have a good August. Let's start the season well. When you look at game management, the January period, the tail end towards last season, the inexperience of our team, there's many reasons as to holding on to leads. There's many reasons as to why our season went wrong. Let's just start with the first one. Yes, there was COVID and things going on last summer, but we didn't start, whatever reason, we didn't start the season well. We got 0 from 9. Try and get 9 from 9. We can only play what's in front of us. Brendan Rodgers is going to be absolutely angry at his team for not getting 3 points, and they're going to want to show up. If Fofana plays, he's linked with Chelsea. TIELEMANS is linked with us. Maddison probably angling for a move. There's reasons for these guys to want to show up. There's reasons for them to want to spoil Arsenal's optimism. Don't give them any reason to. Don't let this be the game where they turn things around. It's our first home game of the season. You could potentially get 6 points from a potential 6 points up for grabs in these 2 games. Again, they dropped points. They're going to be angry. They're going to want to hit back. Don't let it be in this game. Make the most of August because, again, you respectful to all Premier League sides. You can only play what's in front of you. It does not get any easier. There are now pressure for spots. You could argue Tierney and Tomiyasu if fit back into the team, but no one deserves to be dropped. Arguably, there's pressure for spots on Arsenal's bench. Don't pattern up. You might not play in it, really. Again, we are going to drop points this season, but you've got Chelsea and Spurs, 2 teams that, both teams have spoken of winning the league and stuff based on, more so Spurs, but someone's got to drop points, whether it's a win, a loss, or a draw. Can you take advantage? Because that will be us one day. United dropped points against Brighton. You'd expect them to be fighting, everyone fighting for top 4. West Ham lost to Manchester City. These are all the teams that we was in and amongst last season. Take your points where you can. As I said, it's a London derby on Sunday. And as for me personally, what I want to see against Leicester, fast start, put the game to bed, aggression, play on the fact that the fans then want to be there and things. I want to see minimum 2-3 goals. Would love a clean sheet, but Vardy might have something to say. I don't want to see us give them unnecessary chances. I don't want to see us put our foot off the gas. I want it to be a bit more one-sided than it was against Crystal Palace, bar the opening 20-25 minutes. Win the midfield battle. You win that midfield battle, Leicester are gone. I don't think Leicester's back three. If we do our thing, we'll cope with the movement. Evans is getting on. Amati's injury prone. Go and ask questions. Go and ask questions, because it looked like the fullback and the back three, there was gaps. It looked like the midfield for Brentford's goals, there was gaps. It looks like they don't follow runners. Leicester are they like us, their biggest friends and their biggest enemies. Take advantage. Don't give them half chances. Ask questions early on in that defense. Work the keeper. I love Odegaard, but if the chance comes, fucking shoot. None of this passing. Well, obviously the passing thing. Shoot. Create uncertainty. Who the flip is Danny Wood? How many times has he played for Leicester? Go and show that he's a second, third choice keeper. They've lost Michael, who's a character as well. Go and provide uncertainty within that team. Go and make them stressed. That's all I want to see, really, if I'm completely honest with you. Again, if I 1 second, I'm still here, people, but I need to see Leicester City starting lineup so we can look at the tactics board. You know, big up Josh De Silva, former Arsenal boy as well. You know, Leicester had 14 shots, 5 on target in their defeat, so they can present problems. It's not, you're just not gonna just rock up here and do your thing, are you really and truly? Again, if I share my screen, you know, let's get this tactics.com out. Again, I'm still here, but if we just look at this very quickly, people, and we just put Leicester out here now. Obviously, what have they got? They had Evans there, based on what I can see in front of me. You had Fofana there, who's a good defender working his way back from injury. You had Amati there. That right hand, their left hand side, fucking ask questions. Bukayo Saka, Martin Odegaard, Jesus, I need questions from them, because Amati, he probably, now that I'm getting on to him, he probably have the best game ever, but questions need to be asked. Then you look at their midfield, you know, they went with a 5. Maybe they'll be a bit more expansive. Maybe the system will change. I don't know what they're on, really and truly. You know, really, but you had their fullbacks, you had a 5 in midfield. You had a Marty, not a Marty, Ndidi there, again, not to scale for obvious reasons. You had the fullbacks, you had Maddison in the hole, and then you had Vardy as well, where I don't know for his spring chicken. Arsenal struggle to break down low blocks. Break that down. Movement. As I said, Jesus is, you know, we all know how lit Jesus is. He'll work the channels and play 1-2s. He'll drop deep and win fouls, especially on this hand side. I need that on this right hand side. Amati, I swear to you, he will give us a goal. I swear to you. I need 1-2s. Jesus, Saka, you know, the Norwegian captain, Odegaard. I need neat little 1-2s. Even Ben White, flipping, get forward, man. Ask questions. Fucking work the keeper. Create uncertainty in that box. If I'm completely honest with you, ask questions. Ask questions. You know, for me, my lineup would be, I'm sorry, Zinchenko, you don't deserve to be dropped. We're probably going to be on the front foot a bit more, but I think Tierney comes in. Unless Tomiyasu is 100% fit, obviously he's going to be lacking match sharpness. I probably wouldn't play him, so I'll probably leave him alone. As I said, Gabriel Jesus, he speaks for himself. He plays there. You know, I need questions. Bukayo Saka's obviously going to play. Odegaard's there as well for me. Again, it's self-explanatory. I'm happy to see Fabio Vieira make the bench as well. Martinelli, you scored last game. You should have scored. Plays, it gives us a bit more in midfield and pack that congested midfield, because they are playing a back 5. And you look at Maddison, at some point they're going to have every man behind the ball. This is exactly what I want. If I just move their lineup a bit, I want to see I want to see them like this. I want to see them in their own half, you know, compact, difficult to break down. I want to see every one of their players, remove Jesus for a sec, drop him back. Vardy will probably be on his chase, you know, high line between the Saka and Saliba and all these guys. Tierney provides some width. It was Zinchenko, whoever's there. That's what I want to see. That is fully what I want to see. And I want to see us I want minute 45 comes, the game's dead. Because Leicester's there, bro. Brentford came out of nowhere and scored 2. You brought in Jesus. You've got players there. Flipping score, mate. So as I said, Saka, Martinelli, Jesus. I would minus, I could understand if Tomiyasu comes back in, but I'd probably go with the same lineup if I'm completely honest with you. I think Martinelli provokes havoc. Shoot, but provokes havoc. You know Granit Xhaka is playing. You know Partey is playing. Saliba, pick up where you left off. You know, Tomiyasu, unless I get he's not going to be match fit, so I'll probably allow it. I don't think a single player deserves to be dropped. So if it is the same lineup, personally, I won't complain, people. But them under pressure. Don't do what we normally do, and we did do it against Everton in pre-season. To a degree, Chelsea and Sevilla before we slaughtered them. You know, to a degree, Palace before they woke up. we start intense. We press them into their home half. We have them fighting for their lives, like you saw with Crystal Palace, things like that. But we're not working the keeper. I need to have shots. Think about it. Anyone that's played Sunday League, when you play the team where your backs are against it, the keeper gets nervous, the defenders get nervous. People are asking bloody hell and things. I want this fullback stressed out. They're playing a back 3/5, create uncertainty, take advantage of the gaps. Have this fullback shouting at his centre half, bloody hell, Fofana, help me. I'm getting slaughtered. Jesus be difficult to pick up. Well, I'm not quite with it, Xhaka, but I do think we need to make more forward runs. So what more can I say in that regards, bro? I just want a Mazza, man. Why change the team as they performed really well last week? Because you need options, and Tini's the better left back. If it doesn't change, it shouldn't change. But if Tomiyasu and Tini are fit, I can't complain. I'm a big fan of Smith Rowe. He what was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. Big fan of Smith Rowe. I don't think he gets in the starting lineup, but everybody knows there's pressure for spots now. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But that's almost Arsenal's problem. We, like when we played Palace last season, we get in a run of form, things are going well, and then we went into Palace with Xhaka advancing forward as an 8. You need to know when to change things, people. But yeah, if he doesn't change anything, everything went right. Not a single player deserves to be dropped. But for me, that's what I'm on against Palace, people. If I'm honest with you, against Leicester, apologies. So yeah, man, that's that. Again, has Mikel Arteta's press conference come out yet, people? Big up Brook Norton Coffee. It's been officially confirmed that he's signed a new deal. He's taking his picture in that now. Shout out to him. Well, yeah, Arteta's it's not been uploaded onto Arsenal.com, so we'll probably have to go back through that. But yeah, that's my thoughts in relation to the game, folks. Man, 167 likes. We're moving, but we ain't moved quite yet, people. Big up you lot. To be honest, I think I'd take Rashford for 50 mil at Arsenal. Jesus has scored 5 goals in 7 Premier League games against Leicester, only against Everton and Watford has he netted more in the competition. Let's hope that continues, really and truly. Let's hope that continues, my bro. Because if it don't, we're in trouble. And if I go and big up Orbino, the Twitter account, Arsenal have kept just 1 clean sheet in their last 8 home matches, but that did come against Leicester City. Scrolling all the way down as well. Most goals against Arsenal in the Premier League, Vardy has 11. Only Rooney and Kane with 12 and 13 respectively have more. And just below him is Fowler with 10. Firmino and Crouch with 9, serious hitters. Arsenal have won each of their last 3 Premier League meetings with Leicester by a 2-goal margin. In Arsenal's last 15 Premier League games, they have scored in the first half, they have won. And if they failed to score before the break, they have lost. So even more reason to back up what I'm saying about early goal. Vardy has failed to score in his last 2 games against the Gunners, but he's never gone free without netting. The last Leicester player to score against Arsenal. Any clue who it was, folks? Ironically, Yuri Telemans. 8 of Martinelli's 12 Premier League goals have been scored away from home. Crazy. So yeah, let's hope we do the business, man. Let's hope we do the business, folks. In relation to that game. So yeah, large up you lot tuned in. So yeah, where are we cracking on with as well? 174 likes. We're moving, but we've not moved yet. Deluded thoughts on Lavia from Southampton. Spoke about him when he signed. Good player. If City offer 70 million for Tierney, you take. If they were stupid enough, you've got to, innit? Also, what happens when Jesus gets injured? We can rely on Nketiah. Come on, I mean, we're going to have to. Arteta's made his bed. So you'd imagine between Eddie and Nketiah, pardon me, Operation Martinelli or a false 9 thing, he's got to have had that. Let's talk about the next match. The match is going to be difficult. We kind of are talking about it, but Arsenal will come top with a 3-0 win. I hope so. DG, do you think you're in AON? I really think you deserve to be there. You're the realist. None of this slandering or over praising the club. What's that, all or nothing? Don't care, man. Really, big up you, but doesn't put money in my pocket, doesn't get my channel anywhere. Yeah, it looks superficial, and yeah, I appreciate that. But what's it do? I got the streets, man. I don't think Fofana will play depending on transfer business today. I mean, unless he's going to Chelsea today or there's significant progress, he probably is, man. Man said 50 mil for Rashford past the zoo. Do you see Odegaard starting and Fabio Vieira's 2 10s? Maybe one day, because if you played Smith Rowe and Odegaard 9 times out of 10 every week last season with Arteta, maybe, but not in this game. As you said, we should kill the game early. But the quicker you get a goal, the quicker, playing a back three, then you have to go forward a bit more. The quicker you get a goal, obviously, if Leicester don't score, they don't get nothing from the game. The quicker you do that, and then obviously on the transition, we're quite good. Leicester are quite poor on the defensive transition. Common sense where I'm going with that one, isn't it, really? What about Frank Kessié? What about him? He's at Barcelona. DG, what do you think is lacking in Telemans that is delaying Arsenal making an offer? I don't have a clue, man. Rashford's a good player. I don't know what you want me to say, but yeah. Emre has apparently admitted in a press conference that tomorrow an offer might come and he'll have to leave. DG, away from football, do you bench press? And if so, how much? I used to be able to do 100K, man. What